Here we have not tried to glorify or agree with all the points mentioned in the document. The following video series is a factual translation of Chanakya Niti. Many of his Niti are still relevant to our time, but many of his Niti does not imply as righteous from moral ground and living perspective, but it will definitely help you all to understand the people mindset and how the powerful man had implied such discriminating teaching as life lesson.
Chanakya Niti, Chapter 5. Fire or Agni is worshipable if it is twice born, the Brahmana for other caste, the husband for wife, and the guest who comes for food at the midday meal for all. As gold is tested in 4 ways, by rubbing, cutting, heating, and beating, so a man should be tested by these 4 things: his renunciation, his conduct, his qualities, and his actions. A thing may be dreaded as long as it has not overtaken you. But once it has come upon you, try to get rid of it without hesitation. Though persons be born from the same womb and under the same stars, they do not become alike as the 1,000 fruits of the badari tree. He whose hands are clean does not like to hold an office. He who desires nothing cares not for the bodily decoration. He who is only partially educated cannot speak agreeably, and he who speaks out plainly cannot be a deceiver. The learned are envied by the foolish, rich men by the poor, chaste women by adulteress, and beautiful ladies by ugly ones. Indolent application ruins study. Money is lost when entrusted to others. A farmer who sows his seeds sparsely is ruined, and an army is lost for want of a commander. Learning is retained through putting into practice. Family prestige is maintained through good behavior. A respectable person is recognized by his excellent qualities, and anger is seen in the eyes. Religion is preserved by wealth, knowledge by diligent practice, a king by conciliatory words, and a home by a dutiful housewife. Those who disrespect Vedic wisdom, who ridicule the lifestyle recommended in the sutras, and who deride men of peaceful temperament, comes to grief unnecessarily. Charity puts an end to poverty, righteous conduct to misery, distraction to ignorance, and scurrility to fear. There is no disease so destructive as lust, no enemy like infatuation, no fire like war, and no happiness like spiritual knowledge. A man is born alone and dies alone, and he experiences the good and bad consequences of his karma alone, and he goes alone to hell or heaven. Heaven is for someone who knows spiritual life, and the universe to him is without attachment for the world. Learning is a friend on the journey, a wife in the house, medicine in sickness, and religious merit is the only friend after death. Rain which falls upon the sea is useless. So is the food for one who is full, a gift for wealth, and a burning lamp during the daytime is useless. There is no water like rainwater, no strength like one's own, no light like that of the eyes, and no wealth more dear than food grains. The poor wish for wealth, animal for the facility of speech, men wish for heaven, and godly persons for liberation. The earth is supported by the power of truth. It is the power of truth that makes the sun shine and the winds blow. Indeed, all things rest upon truth. The goddess of wealth is unsteady, and so is the life. The duration of life is uncertain, and the place of habitation is uncertain. But in all this inconsistent world, religious merit alone is immovable. Among men, the barber is cunning, among birds, the crow, among beasts, the jackal, and among women, the innocent looking. These 5 are your fathers. He who gave you birth, girdled you with sacred thread, teaches you, provides you with food, and protects you from fearful situations. These fives should be considered as mothers: the king's wife, the teacher's wife, the friend's wife, your wife's mother, and your own mother.